Let us continue playing Motorsport Manager. After the amazing race that was China, we move on to Tondela, which is the Portuguese Grand Prix, in relatively good spirits. We're currently 4th and 13th. We are 4th in the championship when we're targeting 8th, 21 points above that. Overall, we're on track. We're picking up points. Largely, it has to be honest, because we've got really lucky with wet weather qualifying conditions. And it looks like it's going to be another wet race, so we've got some fun coming up there as well. Still, onwards and upwards, we hope to improve and continue to attempt it. We're going to design a new engine at this point, which will actually be done before the race is ready, but I doubt we're going to have a lot of time to get this one done. And I think we're going to go with... See, do I make it awesome, or do I just go for it? I think we just go for it. So plus 20, plus 1010, because you want to use it. It's only 10 points. Okay. It's 10 points, but the reliability 10% is amazingly good for us. And I think on the same basis, this actually would be not bad either, because that just means we can use it straight away. And then we go into these. Interestingly, we have a risk reduction thing, which is a good thing to have, but we just don't have any of the bits here. I mean, this is strictly a better part. I guess it's the 1317 optimal. I guess it's the 1307, but we're faster to get there. It's not going to be long before the race anyway. I could just take the top 30 for the moment, because it's 1312. That is the middle ground, and it means it's immediately usable. I don't have to wait an extra 2 days. I might even be able to get this done. No, I won't be able to use this because it's an engine one. Okay, since I can't use it anyway, we're going to take the plus 15 to max, plus 20 overall. Take the most optimal route and go like that. 1.6 million going in for a new engine. Then after that, we'll see where we stand. We have 2 new sponsor slots, so let's just spin on time here. I've already just gone and done this. We will accept the interview. Accidents do happen. It's no big deal. It is no big deal. And apparently they're all happy with that, so huzzah. Right, let's continue on. So car repair is now complete. We have some sponsor offers, but we'll wait until we get all of them before we do that. And now we can go for part improvements. So acceleration, low gear corners, and engine are back on the agenda here. So obviously this engine is the one we want to focus on. We no longer need the brakes particularly, but we do need the front ring. So let's bring those off. So I think we'll do the same thing we did last time, and once a part, we'll go for a little bit, and then once the part goes off... Oh, wind tunnel's built. We now are official racing team because we have a wind tunnel. So this is front wing part development. Driver feedback improvement rate has gone up again. So that is awesome. And yeah, huzzah. Overall now, we're the 7th best headquarters on the grid. And we had the best staff and branding upgrades because we built a helipad. Overall, that's getting us a lot better towards the top end here. We're currently, you know, the headquarters at least I'm relatively proud of. The only thing we're quite bad on is design facilities at the moment, but that's because our design centre is only level 2, and we could really do with upgrading this to level 3, and I think that's going to be our end season upgrade, just to get slightly faster part production. But for the moment, we'll continue on. So let's have a look then. So that's now to 82%. I think 82 is fine, so we'll cut that for the moment. So that's a couple of days gone there. They're now into the 82 range. That's into the 82 range. So they're just the parts we're working on there. So we'll keep an eye on it. Once they get into the 80s, we'll put everything back on again. Wind tunnel. For God's sake, we built the wind tunnel. If you say we need to upgrade it, I'm going to be so annoyed at you. It was just opened! Alright, let's go to a happy occasion then. Let's have a look at what we can do here. So, this is the top end of a scale here. So, this is our first place win bonus thing here. And I think the only thing we can really do is take the 400,000. We're almost never going to use this one, but 400,000 is 400,000. Because this is our 3rd above, that is our 7th above. So that is our realistic, that is the optimal, and that is just the... if we decide to go mad on it. Meanwhile, this is our actual one. So we can take 700,000 as an upfront payment or 300 a race, or we can go for the 500,000 per race plus 500,000 now. This is clearly so much better. Clearly so much better. So we'll take this. 500,000 a race, cannot argue with that. So, moving on. We've got 2 more upgrades to go as well once we get to that stage. Let's have a quick look at our car upgrades. Now we're into the 80s. Oh, actually, we're quite a bit up beyond the 80s, but that's fine. So, engine. What are our low parts here? Rear wing, actually, is a really low part right now. So let's... It's not the focus at the moment. Let's have a few days just doing that. Okay, GP2 and the European Racing Series have a couple of races. Okay, and let's just see where we are with that now. So that puts those into the 84s. Use the rest of the time to just get whatever minor upgrades we get there. Okay, new votes. So this is to remove Yokohama, which, to be honest... You want to get rid of this event? I like Japan. You cannot get rid of the Japanese Grand Prix. I'm sorry, you just cannot. No, you just cannot. I'm going to go voting power 0 for this. Apparently, we're one of the teams rated to struggle here, but I don't care. You can't not have the Japanese Grand Prix. It is sacred. There we go. Yeah, just some events you do not touch. Japan is one of them. And we've got our engine built, so huzzah. Right. Let's have a quick look at our part improvements, and I think we might as well just focus on that a little bit as well. So we're now getting to the point where we've got all our parts to 80, so now we'll be wanting to focus a little on performance. But we still need to get our parts up to probably 85, 90 to be safe. For now, though, this is good. Yeah, probably doesn't matter about that in all honesty. Continue. Okay, so that's our extra day. We're now into Tondola. So, target for 7 for above. Seems like the appropriate one to go for. Tyre wear is quite high here, so we might actually want a couple more mediums. Maybe go medium hard strategy here. So we'll take 5 softs each. Focus a bit more on the medium running, and maybe have a couple of few more hard tyres in reserve here. But I think we're going to try and focus on the mediums, do the soft for qualifying, as always, and just see how that goes. But we're probably going to go medium in this race if we can, depending on the tyre wear. Okay, so clearly we have new engine, which is amazing, but I don't think we can really use it, so we'll just go to there. That's all good, that's all good, that's all good, that's all good, that's all good. That is all good. Well, it's kind of terrible in terms of where our actual car is, but, you know, reliability-wise, we're solid. Let's go racing. Okay, so practice session. We know it's going to be a bit of an odd race, this one. But still, there we go. Balcazar and Dulatev, off you go. We do want to focus on the medium tyres a little bit more here. But I think it might be worth sending Balcazar out for qualifying runs and then using Dulatev as the medium runner, medium race runner here. So, let's see. I have a couple of Tondola things. I can't remember which one this is. I think this is Tondola A, which... We've been at B, we've been at C, and they're mostly the same. I'm just looking at the differences here. There's not a lot of difference between them. Okay. It's kind of the same, but let's just go from the consistency. So they're both from 63. I have 31 and 38 listed here, so we're going to go on 38. 27.5 and 17.5. And then one of these, for some reason, I have a minus 3.2. So I think we'll try Balcazar on that strategy. And I'll have you with a slight adjustment. We'll have you going on the other one, actually. So minus 2.4. 31 and 63. And then let's just make sure I've done this as I wanted to do it. I think I have. Oh no, wait. Oh, there. You're on 31. You're supposed to be on 38. I mean, these are based on the GP free running cars, so goodness knows how reliable they are, but hopefully they'll be a reasonable baseline. Right. So off you go then. Send out Balcazar. Quali trim, please. And of course I have to swap them both around. I mean, I could send them both out on quali trim, but I desperately need to get the race trim set up for this, so off you go. Everybody else has got the harder tyres here, I've noticed. Actually, they're going to do that for this sort of thing anyway. So off you go. Balcazar, I would imagine, would eventually storm past Ulatev because quali run. And on the better tyres, of course, but it's all about setup for the moment. Okay, gearing seems right, so at least we're not too far wrong with this. Yeah, unfortunately they can't take each other out in practice and cause disruptions, which does happen in normal races. You can also break down during qualifying in normal life, which you don't seem to be able to do in Motorsport Manager for some reason. At least I'm not Sim 1. It'd be nice if they had a few more incidents like that. Okay, so 1-2, but of course we were the first to cross the lines. And immediately we're getting overtaken by other cars, so... But only a couple of cars that are on soft running, and we're actually faster than Blanc and Valdez, so... It wasn't a terrible lap, really. And let's just focus on Balcazar for the moment. Okay, let's send you straight back out. I think we're gonna switch this on to mediums. We know we're gonna need those for the race, but let's try and focus a little more. 16 laps apparently we'll do on those. Maybe we should think about the hard ones. Okay, let's do that click back to there and just see how this goes. I'm hoping Ulatev won't be too far wrong from that. So now it's all about just getting that medium tyre up to level 3 if we can. And Ulatev has done not that many laps. He's already down to 73 on the medium. So one thing you can use practice for, you can work out what the wear rates are supposed to be. The other downside of this being race 4, of course, is that it's less likely now that we're going to get any favours from retirements. But we just have to keep picking up incidental points. That's all we have to do, really. So race trim 1 has been gotten, which is awesome. Balcazar will hopefully get us the quali stint here. And should do, actually. She's now on her in-lap. Both of them are on their in-lap, actually. And that'll leave 4 minutes to try something else. So we'll have quali 1 done. I think that's fine. We don't need to go too much. We can't get much more than that. Not about somebody who's good at feedback. Yep, Dulatev's in the pits. Dulatev's heading straight back out of the pits. So he's already at 96. Again, speed balance is the one thing he's not happy with. So it's actually... Let's go to 44 and just see about that. Might as well stay on the same tyres for the moment. Apparently got 6 more laps left in them, so... Okay, Balcazar's fine. Let's just put you onto a race trim and... 98. We're going to do the manually adjust this then. A couple of pressure differentials. Off you go. And that will end the qualifying session then. The practice session, rather. Hopefully we'll get mediums up to level... We should have medium 2. I don't think we'll get medium 3. We might get race 2 as well, if we're lucky. We'll see. Dealer's tyres, and apparently they do the same number of laps as he actually had in duel, so I don't know. Seems dodgy. Seems extremely dodgy. And it does look as if we're just about going to sneak race 2. Okay, that's good. Medium tyres seem like we're out of it, but... Well, no, I don't think we will. So they're just doing one last lap to finish up. Yeah, it does still go up a little bit. Alright, but not enough to make any difference, unfortunately. Okay. So on to qualifying, which is probably not going to be a good event for us because unfortunately there's no weather. So, quali trim is the only thing you've got really, so... Quali trim. Quali trim and sweet spots because again we don't have anything else really going for us here. Might as well take medium tyres even though you're not going to use them. Car setup, soft, 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 soft. 98. We'll take the triple excellent over the other bit. That's fine. 98. Soft tyres. I don't know why I use the soft tyres on Balcazar actually. But we'll have 2 runs at this at least, so... Let's actually simulate the session. I don't think there's much we can do to affect it anyway, so... We'll just let the 2 drivers do their thing. So where are we currently? We are 18th and 20th. Oh, jeez. Okay. Balcazar, yeah, please have another one. You got a clean race in front of you. You remain 18th. Diltev improves to just miss out on last place. Oh, Balcazar having a 3rd stint here. I think Balcazar's out of soft tyres. And didn't improve. So yeah, that happened. Yeah, that's going to be a problem for us, I think. Apparently we can steal a win from there. I really doubt we can steal a win from here. So, let's have a quick look at things then. So, we're going to go Engine Expert and Race Trim. Medium Race Trim for Duletev. And yeah, not much I can really do about this, is there? Oh, if I'd noticed that, I could have done... Okay. Could have done shenanigans, but I think we'll leave it as is. So, 32 laps to do. So that means 3 medium stints will do it. Duletev, though, I think we'll start on the harder tyre. Maybe do a double hard stint. One-stop strategy? Yeah, perhaps. This feels like a bad option, but Duletev is in last place, so... So 16 laps. Don't go mad, see what you can do. Meanwhile, we can probably go medium, soft with Balcazar. So that's what I'm going to try and do. Going to hold 14 laps of Vuel, see how well we can go with this. So strategy, Balcazar is going to go all-out attack because he can. Duletev is not going to go all-out attack, but we are going to push the hard tyres and just see what we can do from the start. So yeah, back at the grid, Dragon Race Team China, attempting to steal some points. Off we go. Balcazar makes a bad start. Duletev has made an okay one, but it's held up by Balcazar, annoyingly. And here comes the crunch into turn 1. Balcazar is going to take the 17th position. Maybe. Nope, unable to get past Hamilton. Okay. And we're now... Nope, not quite. Balcazar just about holding on. And through. Okay. Going to keep pushing with Balcazar here because we need to try and make up some ground if we can. So up into 17th, up into 15th, up into 14th. Some good fight going in from this. And 10% of the tyres already used up. We know it's a high tyre wear circuit, so we're going to have to now be a little more cautious. But for now, I think we're fine. Yeah, we're definitely pushing his Duletev's hard tyres here because I feel that's going to be the better option than pushing the Vuel right now. Though we can probably do that as well. Yeah, we'll push the fuel as well. He's the last of the hard runners, so we'll see. Balcazar could really do with getting past this guy, though. We don't want to get stuck on this behind the other hard runner if we can avoid it. So we'll go hard, maybe go hard overtake here. See what we can do. Dilesev drops back to 20th place, but has overtaken to 19th, so... Okay, that's doing okay. Actually, he's burning those hards faster than I would like you to be, but... Still, we were aiming at the one... Well, we were aiming at the one stop. I'm not sure we still are, but... Balcazar is definitely not aiming for a one stop. Has gotten past all of the hard runners now, so it's now just the soft runners in front, who are definitely burning their tyres quite significantly at the moment. So Balcazar, 2 positions from the points, sees both of them in front of her. They're the soft runners. They're the people we're going to try and target. And then in front of them are the medium runners. And then the podium chasing pack, I believe. Lippinen's now down into 11th. And now in Balcazar range, and there goes Balcazar. She can overtake brilliantly well when she's in the mind too. How is Dilesev doing? Dilesev's doing okay. 11 laps on those tyres, though. I think we can go hard here. Just try and push the temperature up a little bit. So Balcazar, 1 overtake away from the points. It's Moddy in front on worn softs. And straight through. Balcazar into 10th. Okay, championship points are Balcazar's provisionally right now. But she's burning a lot of fuel to do this. Let's go down to high here. Dilesev personal best, 126.8. And that's Lippinen trying to get past us again. Not quite able to do anything right now. And Balcazar now crosses the line. How many laps have you got then? 5.5 laps. So that is probably about right. Let's go to medium here. I feel that's about right. We can probably stretch that to 6 if it comes to it. And we've had, I think we had somebody in the pits because we're up to 9th again. Dilesev drops back down to 17th. As Holt's in front on the medium tyres. And depressingly, we're at the same tyre wear rate as Holt's. So that's not gone well. We have, however, sived our way into 16th. No, we haven't. I thought we'd sived our way into 16th place, but apparently no. So Balcazar currently 8th. About the same tyre wear rate as Lippinen behind us, so that's encouraging. Lippinen is going slightly harder than we are. Let's keep this going then. So we've got about 3 laps, even at high push rate. We know the soft runners are going to have to come in soon. The medium runners are not going to be able to hold out for much longer than that. And in fact, some of the soft runners are already in. So this is now... Oh, darn it. No thank you, Lippinen. Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough. Now we have to stare at the back of him. Alright, we'll conserve now. We need to conserve a little bit here. We're up into 6th. Sharp behind us then on new mediums. Not really going to be able to deal with this. In fact, Sharp's on new hards. So they've gone one stop. Are we better on a 2-stop, or do we go for new hards as well and just try it? This is an interesting one. I think either way, Dilesev is going to have problems if he keeps going like this, I think. Because this is people who've gone soft onto hard here. Balcazar owns a 6th place through the pit lane. And this is her pit lap now, so let's have a go at this. So 18 laps. In theory, we could do 20. We could get to the end on these hard tyres, which would save us a pit stop. But we'd be so slow after this. We would be so slow. Okay. I think we're going to gamble this. Go to overtake. See what we can do. Dilesev has definitely not lasted that long on these tyres. Definitely not going to last that long. We're gambling a little bit here. One-stop strategies have not really worked for us in the past, but let's just see what we can do. So Balcazar now into the pits. We go to low fuel. Okay, great fuel stop. So we have enough fuel to potentially make it to the end now. And let's go medium neutral for the moment. Okay, so Balcazar now in 17th position on hard tyres and is probably out of this. Maybe. It feels like she should be out of this. I don't know. Maybe she's not, but it feels like that was bad. So she's used up, just crossing the line there, 5% of her tyre wear on 1 lap. So I guess that's right. Unfortunately, we're going to have to conserve a little bit here. Let's not take the life out of these tyres. Let's see what we can do. I think this is now going to be Dulasev's in lap, so that is really discouraging if we've only lasted that long. 17 to 19. We've got 19 laps left, but I really don't think it's worth it. Mind you, what else is he going to do? Let's go a soft medium. I think he's got no choice, has he? He's got to try and make this work. Yeah, tyre wear pretty bad. We know that. Don't worry. Go all out attack for the moment. See what you can do. Remember, we're battling Schmidt. Oh, you are joking me. You are actually joking me. Balcazar, we're pitting for wets. This is a huge gamble here. Huge, but I feel this has got to be done. It's our only shot at getting any points right now, as if this pays off. So, low fuel while we're in here. Good luck, Dulasev. I think you're going to have to pit again, though. Yeah, all out attack. And I think all out attack on these tyres as well here. These are going to be so bad for Balcazar right now, but let's just see. She's fast. Okay, so it's interdamp at the moment. Getting there. Yeah, you're pitting for inters. Fuel options is fine. Make sure it is full wets, actually. Yeah. And give that the beans. In fact, you need to give that the beans as well. Unfortunately, those tyres aren't going to be switched on for at least half a lap, so Balcazar is in trouble. Don't give that the... Yeah, let's go like that. So now we're about to find out how bad this is going to be for us, but I think it's almost at crossover point, almost at the point where we have the advantage. But I think we just lost a lap doing this, so we suddenly need these tyres to become massively good. And everybody else is on the inters. Okay, maybe this is now us. Soaks, everybody's on the wrong tyre. Dulatev now, this is your race. You are the fastest driver. You are the front runner on this fast strategy now. And it's not going to be for long. 2 laps maybe. But we already know being on the right tyre for 2 laps is 20 seconds easily. Let's just see. 85 seconds is the gap to the leader right now. We're in 10th position. 10th and 11th. Everybody's now pitting as well. They have to. No choice about that. So 78 seconds. We're already gaining 10 seconds a lap now on the lead cars. We're into 7th already. And the more of a gap we get, the more this goes on for. The longer we can stay on these wet tyres and go massively pushing, the better. In fact, Balcazar is some excess fuel here. Let's go high and just try this, but I think Balcazar is also faster in the wet here, so we're going to have to allow teammate through. We've already caught 20 seconds on the leaders, and that's closing all the time here. All the time, and they're not pitting. They are just going to have this, trying to string this out. It's going to only be a lap or two now. It's going to go dry, but 2 laps more, and I think we've got this. We've got a pit stop over 7th place now. We've used the tyres exactly as we needed to. High and high. Up into 3rd position now. And now we need both drivers in. Pit. Pit medium. Dulcev's going to have to struggle on this, but I think this is the only way to do it. So yeah, pit medium on both drivers. So yeah, those gaps are still tumbling, so this is right. We've timed this as right as we can here. Let's have Dulcev. I guess it doesn't matter, but we might as well conserve something here. Conserve, try and stretch the gap a little bit to Balcazar here. Yeah, that's just going into 2nd and 3rd. Just because we know he's gonna be held up in the pits anyway, so we might as well go low here. Balcazar then coming into the pits. Let's go low fuel. This might have been early. We're going to have Dulcev gap. We're going to split this off here because they're so close together. If this pays off now, one of our drivers will be in a prime position. If it doesn't pay off, Balcazar at least has fresh tyres and we'll go to the end. So, I don't mind the aggressive push from the start from Balcazar here just to get that done. So, get those tyres warmed up. We know these will go 14 laps, so 10 laps should be no problem here. I just want to get up to pace and make sure we stay ahead of Sharp. Meanwhile, Dulcev is 24-1. Still 24-1, so okay, Dulcev has got to pit now. 4 mediums will go to the end, thankfully, on these. And now means there's no holding up. We haven't compromised. 24-2, so he's still doing okay. And in fact, Becker's now into the pits. So that is about as good as that could go. Right, let's go neutral. Neutral then for Balcazar here. Dulcev into the pits. Does the tyres, gets out. Low neutral for the moment while he's in there. Balcazar goes through. So it didn't entirely work out for us, but I think splitting the strategy was still the right move to do. And Dulcev can definitely push and try to hold off. Oh, we are 2nd and 3rd. This was supposed to be a nothing race, and the weather has just completely transformed this. It's still interwet out there, but we have so much more tyre grip than those hard runners behind us. We might just be able to hold on to a podium with Balcazar and Dulcev, which would be phenomenal at the end of this. Okay, in fact, high fuel and... We're not going to high fuel Dulcev here. He's doing a holding job, but we need to high fuel Balcazar. She can afford to have a little bit of burn. Crosses the line now. 8 laps she has to hold off. She has a gap of 7.4 seconds to the driver in 4th place, who is on very, very worn hards. The closest actual rival is probably Wexler, 10 seconds down. And we have Dulcev as a buffer. So now we can go neutral, high with both drivers here. I say it's a buffer, but already Wexler through. Let's ride with Dulcev here, who has a bit of a job to do now. Dulcev has been the hero for our team for so long, and he can be a hero again if he can hold on to 3rd. I'll be honest, he is the reigning GP2 champion. And he wants this. He wants this result. We would qualify 20th and 18th on the grid. We are 2nd and 3rd because of just taking that gamble. Surilov is still ahead of Wexler, and they've now got Sharp on the soft tyre, so I imagine that was a trade. Even if this all goes to pot, Schmidt is in 7th place and 27 seconds behind. That's basically a pit stop. Dulatsev goes up into 3rd position, so Sukharov has pitted. Wexler now is our nearest challenger, who's on as worn medians as us, and the gap is about 4 seconds. 3.2. We have excess fuel on both drivers, so we're going to keep this up as much as we can here. Lap 28 begins for the leader. There we see the gap on screen, remaining at 3 seconds. How would you put... They're actually going... Oh, okay, now he's pushed the pressure on. He was holding up... He was easing off on the tyres a little bit there. Dulatsev, do we want to gamble here? 4 laps, 60% of tyre wear left. I think we're going to go overtake on the fuel here. Let's have Dulatsev push the fuel out here. He needs to hold off a Ferrari for as long as he can. Dulatsev, personal best lap. Oh, that Ferrari's got damage. Okay, so a damaged Ferrari is against us at the moment. And yeah, he's had to ease off a little bit. 52, 53. 3 laps to go here. We know they'll use about 5% a lap on normal pace here, so I think we can afford to push with both drivers now. I am pushing with Balcazar as well because I need to guarantee I want to guarantee 2nd if I can here. Tyre temps are really high. Yeah, that actually might be more. That might be why. Alright, let's leave Balcazar alone until we need to. Wexler retires. Oh, jeez. Wexler retires. Conserve. Conserve. Medium. Medium. Who's the next actual challenger to us? Sharp. Actually, Sharp's quite a long way behind us here. Surikov could be, but I'm just thinking if he's that far behind... Wow, this result. Wow, this game. This was a nothing race. I was fully expecting nothing to happen from this. Balcazar. A wet weather blitz. Completely turned the race on its head. I mean, Dulatsev, master of bad timing. If he'd have waited one more lap, we'd have been on exact pace. In fact, probably been still ahead here. Becker too far ahead of us to catch, obviously, but that was phenomenal. Dulatsev is being chased down at a rate of knots from the driver in 4th, but it's not going to matter. There's too much of a gap there now. Checkered flag, Becker wins. Dulatsev now just trying to hold on. In fact, Suritev and Sharp are still actually fighting at the back there, so it's not even guaranteed that it's going to be him chasing down. P2, P3, double podium. Dulatsev, Balcazar, the dream team. There are no words. Well done to Becker, but we know who the true heroes of this race were. Just well. I mean, in fairness, we screwed up both of their strategies looking at the chart there. Just, you know, we pitted immediately for these long strategies, and then, boom, we suddenly needed to go onto wet rubber. The only other driver who did that was Gonzalez, who I think did gain a benefit from it. I don't know how far back it was. Hamilton was right at the back at one stage. Clark Smith tried the similar thing there, but yeah, 7 laps on the wets was definitely the way to go for that. That was just the race there. We made up at least 40, 50 seconds just by doing this. I mean, yeah, I could have probably stacked them, and that might have helped Dulatsev a little, but it seemed like Balcazar had the advantage when it all balanced out. But still, we had the 2 drivers there. We could afford to split that off and just guarantee things. Plus 16, plus 17 in position counts. We have doubled our points for the season with that race. Balcazar does lose a position, unfortunately. Becker was beneath us in the championship. But we are now currently sitting on 64 championship points, We are solidly in 4th now. 54 points is the gap to Thornton Motorsport, who currently occupy 8th. We have a crazy driver lineup this season. You know, we do have a crazy driver lineup. They're amazing. It's a shame they're not good enough for this league, because I would love to keep them. I'm almost sentimental about this now, but you know, they are the dream team. They have done amazing stuff. They are supposedly the worst driver lineup on the grid. Supposedly. Don't agree. Not in the slightest. So there's all the pluses. There is 1.345 million. We have 4 million in reserve. If it wasn't for all the things that are causing us to have problems, you know, like the fact that our car isn't all that good, this would be an amazing season thus far. Can we have rain every race? Please? Can we have rain every race? Oh, looks like we're not going to have rain every race. Well, it's Shadowbox 2012, and that'll do it for a recording session, I think, because those were 2 amazing races. Until next time.